By reason of birth. No matter what mistakes you have made after Christ, by reason of birth, you're going to reach the heights that God has predestined for you, where your enemies will be cursed, where your friends will be blessed, because you're going to possess your own gates. Amen. And I want to read this so that you can get a little excited about what this blessing entails. He said to Abram, I will make of thee a great nation, I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. When they hear your name, they're going to get blessed. They hear your name, they get excited. There was a time when they heard your name, they be, oh man. Now they hear your name, they be like, praise God. Wendy's here? Clark? Louis? Yaskachia? Before it was like, Donovan? But now it's like, Donovan? See, the blessing is, I'm going to bless you, make your name great, and you're going to be a blessing. You're going to be able to give. Now you act like you need, but you're going to have so much to give. Hallelujah. You're going to believe this, because if you don't, your enemy's still possessing your gate. I believe it. Anybody ever had a mouse in their house? I remember when I was living in Harlem, we didn't have mice. We had rat eaters. Our rats, New York had an epidemic, they were called super rats. You remember that? They were this big and they were light gray. Light gray, not dark, not like Ben, black like Ben. They were light gray. And back in the day, the rat trap was only this big. So the rat trap only could hold them for 15 seconds. So once you heard snap, you had to get out. The bat was on the bed. You got out, you grabbed the bat, and you finished that rat off, and then you went back to sleep. Oh, I grew up in Harlem. Fix the rat trap, get a few Z's, crap. Even my mother was out there with a bat. Little skinny Val. Pow, pow. Come on. We have to fight against our enemy. And we stayed up until we subdued them. I thank God. I got kicked, we got kicked out the project. I was living in a tenement and finally was able to get a dog. So he was now a rat killer. So now the mice come around, the dog would get them. I had kept some sleep. You have to understand something. Pastors watch over your soul. I go after some rats. But there are some mice that you got to deal with. You got some issues that you know you need to deal with. I can deal with big rats, but it's the small foxes that spoil the vine. That's right. You're talking right. That's good. I'm here to tell you, you're blessed and can't be cursed. But you have to possess your gate. That's right. Think about it. Come on, I'm not making this up. If I am that blessed, why am I not seeing it? Ask yourself, how's your gates? Come on. Come on. I'm talking right. You're watching this type of movie and then you expect the blessing to flow? The nightmare is going to come. The lustmare is going to come. You're watching all these, these what do they call those things, rap videos. All this R&B, rap music. You think you strong? You give me a break. Songs and lyrics are spirits. You minding your business, and before you know it, you think you got to get a roughneck. Talking right. Your parents raised you to live holy and marry a nice, clean man, and now you're like, gotta get a roughneck. We didn't even know about it because you are allowing the Spirit into the gate. Come on, help me. See, we cannot blame anybody if we're not going to be gatekeepers. I remember we moved, and this is a little bit personal, and I didn't understand. I think the guy was Egyptian, so I didn't know what he was saying. So we had a lot of doors and a lot of locks, and he said $80. I said, how much for the locks? He said, 80. I said, okay, cool. Here's 80 per. It was $80 per lock, right? It was like $400, $600 just to get the locks, because I ain't know. If I didn't know 80 per, I thought it was like 80 a door. I would have been like, one door. But all these gates have hinges on them. Come on, people. No gate is self-locking. All the gates in your life has a hinge. It opens and it closes. You're free to come in and you're free to go out. God is never going to lock you in. I was talking to my daughter, then I'll try to close with this. Try. I said, you're getting older now. Two things are going to happen to you. Now watch this. Anasia, what's her name? 40D, 50D? Oh, 3D, Trinity. Josiah, the little girl behind you. All you girls, listen to this. Watch this. Somebody say I'm watching. As you get older, by nature, you get stronger in sin. It's natural. You will want to sin more as you get older. Unfortunately, you become more not like God as you get older. That's natural. And the first sign is you start to rebel against your parents as practice, because Satan wants you to rebel against them so that he can get you to rebel against God in the future. So understand this. Your parents cannot keep you. They cannot keep you from sinning against God. It is a natural digression. You will grow to disrespect your parents, and you will ultimately try to disrespect God. Your parents, if they're successful, will beat the hell out of you. The Bible says the belt shall drive hell out of a child. I didn't say abuse them. Now, if they abuse you, call me, call the police. Let's get your parents locked up. But when you're an adult and you don't possess your gates, you will sin willfully against God, thinking you have insurance. And you will begin to use this verse, God knows my heart. And then how about this one? If we confess our faults, he is faithful and just to forgive us. But he's not a robot. He knows who you really are. Jesus said like this, if somebody sins against you, how often shall you forgive them? 7 times 70. You always ought to forgive, and God will always forgive. But what if you're at 768 and you about to die? My Lord. You have one more left, but you died. So let's close here. And we looked at the blessing. Y'all got this message? Good word. Now let's close here. I'm closing my Bible. Amen. Dr. Vincent will know, once the Bible closes, I have no more places to go. Go to Job chapter 23, verse 10. Vince, my Bible's closed. So tell the sheriff I'm leaving. Y'all still here? Yes. Fight for your gates. What's that song? Where Darlene at? Be careful, little eyes, what you see. For your Father up above looks down with love. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. If you find yourself sexually attracted to someone, close your eyes. Think of hell. Close your eyes. Run for the hills. Oh, I see the lake of fire, and I see me swimming in it because of this guy. I'm not going in there. I know that's right. I'm not a thief, but I tell you, I go in stores, steal at times, and the enemy says, you can just steal that, nobody watching. I'm 58 years old. I got cash, debit cards, and credit cards, and checks. Why do I need to steal? I don't need to steal, but the old man was a thief. And he thinks he still got a gate open. Some of you women are pretty and you know you used to fornicate and you still got those clothes. You need to burn the fornicating outfits. But it cost me so much money. Oh, did it? Come on. I wore this to put him in the bed with me. You need to burn that thing because that thing is still talking. I remember when I had to move and I could not get rid of my records. I had all those big 45s, Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Parliament Funkadelic. And I'm saved now and I'm hearing the Spirit say, throw them all out. I'm like, I can't do it. I moved and left them in the house. I could not destroy my past. That's how weak I was. We had a service in Bergenview and everybody went home and got their records. You remember that? Was you there, Pastor Lane? Everybody went and got all their old rap records, R&B records, thousands of dollars. They came to the church in the backyard. They just broke all their records. They said, I refuse to let my past dictate my future. How many of us still got the gates open in our house? We still listening to this music that make us want to put on incense and a black light and call somebody and talk low. How you doing? And you hear them records talking to you saying, no, you don't have to throw me away. If you can talk, they gotta go. If anything is talking to you, it's alive. Kill it.
That's right. That's so true. So true.
People are superstitious, right? Property Tyler, they walk out their house kissing articles before they leave the house. What you kissing that statue for? That thing gonna kiss you back when you sleep.
Jesus.
Put me in the bed with you.
Jesus. Jesus.
I'll give you this story when it comes to idols. And this is a true Bible story. Don't think that God is going to break your idols. He ain't going to break your idols. He told you to get rid of them. This is your hand. Use your hands to get rid of some stuff. There's a woman in your life, use your hand. She come up to you to kiss you, go. Yes. And she'd be like, come on, tongue kiss me. Go like that. See, y'all saying that now because y'all been delivered 2 weeks.
Jesus.
It's hard for people still struggling. But the reality is you got to use your gates.
Oh, yes.
No, don't touch me. You know you want me to touch. No! Get you across. Whore! Whore! And if it's a man, police! Whoremonger! 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 They'll never come around you again because now you called out his God. You called out his spirit. You keep saying, you keep just telling people stop. There's no authority in stop. You call their God out. Whoremonger, stop it. And that whoremongering spirit will be arrested.
Wow. Jesus.
Prophet, play something. I got to go. I know you're enjoying this. Some of you men want to live holy and physically ready for God to move on you. And then this check, you just got paid. You got enough money for you and this check. She's going to take you down. You need to tell her, I ain't get paid. Can't buy you no burgers today. Come on. It's called familiar spirits. Go to Job 23:10 and we're done. The trying of your faith is much more precious than gold that's tried in a fire. But does people believe that? Your blessing is based on your faith. It's not based on your wealth. Your blessing is based on your faith. Because if your wealth dwindles, you still have faith to get new wealth. So the trying of your faith is more precious than your gold. Because your gold can fade away. But if God doesn't try your faith, you can't close your gates. One thing I like about my wife, I like a lot about her, but I do believe she would kill me if I cheated on her. Well, it's a good motivator for me. Right, Lizette, wouldn't you feel easily willing to kill Cleo if he felt as if he wasn't getting enough? You know, I'll kill you if you think you got to go next door. Scripture says, if you cheat against me, you die. I'm just going to release the scripture. You want to talk you're blessed. You want to talk that you're blessed. Now, there's another part. You cursed. You cursed too. Come on, it's a motivator. I love God, but one of my motivators is I have need of a lot. And I don't want to mess up at any step along the way.
That's right.
You ever been in a wedding and you practice the step? Oh, you be on a YouTube video for life. Embarrassed. You don't want to misstep in life. Understand this. I'm not talking about mistakes. You can make a mistake. But when you make a misstep, when you choose to step out, come on. The Bible said there's a fearful looking for of judgment for them that want to step out. Don't let the enemy open up a gate that you closed.
That's right. That's so true. So true.
Even people get so tempted to tell me how they don't like me. That's a gate. Satan is the only one that don't like me. For you not to like me is too close to him.
I know that's right.
Even if you got to fake and say, I love you. I love you, Pastor Rich. It's better to say that than to say what you really think. I'm the challenger.
That's right.
I'm the provoker. The Bible said, be not many masters, for in all things you offend many. I have a greater condemnation coming to me because I hurt you every Sunday. You think I live happy?
My Lord.
My life is hard.
Yes, it is.
I can't even smoke crack like you. No, let me stop. Y'all looking too serious. Stop. I'm closing. Y'all there, Job? Job what? Y'all shaking your head like you're there. Got me keeping this message open longer than I'm supposed to. If I was old, I'd say fan the pastor. Job 23:10. This is gonna help enlighten all of us.